Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh. Let's put a hole in my chest. It's like when you have whiskey. You don't reckon?
Oh, it's so nice,
Ugh. How cool is it for that? TV capsules. Because Lucy, the absolute midget, has been sitting in this chair. He has to go 6 foot deep. But just off to the gym, Lucy's gone for a run. We'll always use train fasted. So it's now 9:30. She's got some work done in the morning. And then we go off the train. I'm actually doing push and doing some pull work today. I did a 30k, yes, 30k run on the weekend, some calves and stuff. I feel a bit sore, legs still feeling a bit sore. She's doing some upper body to start this week. Just mix and train up a little bit, but we'll both have a coffee, ginger shot from Moju, which is sick. It gives me a heartburn, but it's like that feeling in the morning. There's no preference really. It's a bit of a fucking weirdo. Black coffee, some vitamin D, take some of the tablets in the morning, and then on the way to the gym I'll just sip on a pre. This is the My Protein cola one. I like this one because it's not too sweet and doesn't blow my tits off. And then a bit of water on the way. Got my vest for when I get swollen. I'm going to go and train in a different gym today, but I've got to go and get some money out first. Training like an old school gym, you know, like really old school vibes where if you touch anything you could probably get chlamydia. It's that type of gym. But I actually quite enjoy it. It gives a bit of a risk element to it. Meal numero uno is the oat bowl. I'm not going to put the whole recipe in, I'll try and link the video, I'll put it below to where I've made the whole thing because it is spectacular. But every morning starts the same. Oh, it's warm today. It's now 12:15. I don't usually eat this late, but trained, took a little bit longer, went to the post office and made this. The reason why I want to make this video is because, what's that? I've done a training on men versus women before on training and how we're quite similar but quite different. I want to do the same, something to do with nutrition. Now, Lucy's just basically fucked my whole video up because she's gone and run a half marathon this morning. Anyway, me and Lucy generally start the day off the same, so we'll eat the same food. And it's actually really similar quantities, we have about the same. So I've got here 60 grams of oats, a scoop of whey protein, some cinnamon, some jam, and some low-cal salted caramel syrup. And we both pretty much do the same thing, but my food volume generally picks up later on, which we'll go through later. And I'll have more foods. And although me and Lucy will eat very similar meals, it's the quantities that generally change due to the energy balance. Again, because Lucy's just gone and swatted the half marathon in. Now food volumes are going to be different, which is, I can explain a little bit more about in regards to movement, because I did a large run the other day and it'd be good to kind of compare those two bits of data in regard to energy expenditure and why food volume for a male would be higher based on the activity and output being the same. But I'm gonna tonk this in and I'm going to see what Lucy's having for breakfast. Here she is. Explain the breakfast choice. Lucy's is
Mine's really quite
Literally
extra.
exactly the same as mine, but it's just swimming in cream.
And mine's bigger.
But you don't use it. What have you got in it?
I think my calories would be bigger. 65 grams of oats, apple, blueberries, jam, a lot of cream. Probably a bit too much today actually, but I got excited on the pour.
Yeah, but usually you don't have that much, do you?
I usually have 55 grams. So I've got 10 extra grams of oats today just because of the rum. But it's basically your breakfast with a different whey. I just have a vegan whey.
But Lucy uses the absolute peasant version of whey, i.e. the vegan version, which...
it's so much nicer.
if you want your oats to taste like a baby Smurf just spunked all over it, then use this Peasantville vegan crap.
No.
So meal one, me and Lucy pretty much, as you've seen, have the same thing. And I think it's important that you set your day off with something that is going to keep you satiated and keep you full early on, so that you're not then inclined to be snacking and shit like that straight after breakfast. So get yourself something substantial, get a bit of protein, bit of carbs in there. Oh, see that? But also get something that you enjoy. Now this is a little meal I like to call lunch. Why is my fucking salad all go so soggy? It's soaking wet. Iceberg lettuce had literally turned to fucking ice. That's scatty that. So I was gonna have a nice fresh lettuce, but it's obviously like fucking seaweed now. The dinner today is a little bit minimal because it's so hot. When it's hot, I tend to just decrease my calories a little bit in the middle of the day when it's at its hottest point. Little tip for you there. Got another bag of crunchy salad here which I'm gonna add to it. So my calories currently, I'm on cutting calories at 2,400 because I'm still trying to bring my weight down to the 2,000. I'll be a pie, wouldn't I? I'm still trying to bring my weight down to around the 195 marker, just because it's better for me to be at that place and be a bit more efficient with the way that I'm running and stuff as well. What are your calories at the moment?
2,400 I'm aiming for.
No, you're not usually aiming for that, are you? That's just because you've run.
Going forward now, as of today, it's 2,400.
So usually it's 2,100 calories a day. And that's Lucy's maintenance of 2,100 calories usually. My deficit calories is 2,400. I'll probably stick at these for like another 1 to 2 weeks, and I'll be coming up to where my maintenance calories are, which are around 2,900. But until then, I'm going to be eating lower calories and trying to get food volume in. The thing that I spoke about before in regards to energy balance, like I'm doing now, I'm picking up the amount of output that I'm doing, which means that my calories need to increase. But when we look at energy balance, for example, Lucy's calories are a lot higher today than they usually would be. She's going to push them up a little bit more. And I think that's important to note from this video in regards to the way that men eat and the way that women eat. The amount of energy that a man and a woman will expend. So if we look at the two runs that I've just mentioned, Lucy did the 22k this morning. I put that up on screen with the calories that she burned, and then the 30k that I did the weekend, the amount of calories that I burned. Now, because we're both completely different weights, our energy balance and our output will be very different, because I hold more muscle tissue and males will generally hold more muscle tissue, which means our energy expenditure is higher, so that the calorie intake needs to be higher. Oh, the balsamic. Fucking swimming in it. Salt bay. But I'm just gonna have this blueberry salad with some nuts and chicken. Instead of me trying to explain this whole calorie balance thing, I'll just show you instead. One of the other sicko things I've had in this walk, which is well nice, by the way, these Rocky Road protein bars. If you aren't a fan of normal protein bars because they just taste a bit, how nice are these, by the way, the Rocky Roads?
Yeah, they're unreal. It's literally a chocolate bar.
Literally, with marshmallows and biscuits in. It's well ideal. And calories, I don't know what they are, but the 200 and something, it's pretty decent. And you can use my coach Benji for 37% off on my protein, which I'll leave the link below. Don't use Lucy's code, use my code because it's way better and you get way more off. Know what?
Use mine.
Use my code, don't use Lucy's. And Lucy's had enough on this walk because she's going to go home and have something more substantial to eat. I just need a quick snack before we resume. And you don't inhale vitamin D, do you? You consume vitamin D. So, walk is done. What did you finish on calorie wise?
Calories?
Yeah. Calories burned, active calories.
171.
Yeah, so I've done 257 or 260 basically. So this is what I was talking about before when I was talking about men versus women in regards to energy expenditure and why men expend more is because I'm heavier than what Lucy is. So therefore my intake will be higher in regards to calories for the day. But food sources can be exactly the same. However, obviously Lucy's done a massive run this morning, so expenditure is going to be a little bit higher for the day. So usually when we would do the same amount of exercise, women will have to train for longer to burn the same amount of energy, and women will have to eat less when they're dieting. Unfortunately, that's just the case. I was saying that Lucy's just about to have a poor man's lunch. Exactly same as that.
Well, yeah, it is. I had a bagel before Ben.
Wow.
You didn't include no, but you didn't include it in your video.
Oh well, now you're just conning the viewers.
I had a bagel.
She had a bagel, didn't tell them about it. If it wasn't on camera, it didn't happen.
I wouldn't usually have a bagel.
Wow.
Oh, my feta, I need that.
Yeah, but no. I, on the other hand, I'm gonna have Diet Coke, come at me as Spartan Warriors, and it's almost sorrow, man. It's actually salmon, king prawn sushi. I love sushi now. Me and Lucy for our anniversary of the week we were supposed to go out and have a nice dinner, and instead we ordered £100 of a sushi for the hotel because
we were not very well.
Yeah.
We were just so not well.
But it was very ideal, I enjoyed
Like
it.
we looked at each other and we're just like, we can't leave this hotel room.
Why are you sweeping up? Nothing's even dirty.
It is, I don't know if it's on you.
Dirty? What are you talking about?
No, on your feet.
What fucking sliders on?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna have a Diet Pepsi and some sushi.
Are you going to show them my salad?
I'll show them in a sec. Lucy's gonna have salad. She's gonna add something weird and wonderful to it. This sushi is about 424 calories. What's that? The other thing I'm not doing is I'm not really using my fitness pal at the moment. I can roughly work out foods. It's like when you're earning money, you've got outgoings. After being a banker for so long, you know how much money's going in and out. Just like with that with my food, I know what's going in and out, don't I? It's terrible off freezer, isn't it?
I was actually annoyed to get to the fridge because
Well, it sounds like a mouse. There's multiple infestation of mice just dying in there.
Actually sounds like crickets. Do you not think crickets?
So she's actually really proud of this. She's done like the Willy Wonka, the fucking salad world. So
What do you mean? Willy Wonka salad.
look at that. That's actually pretty special. What are you going to guesstimate the calories after that?
350.
Well, you got some feta,
Got
chicken.
feta, chicken tikka, tomatoes, blubs, and lettuce and balsamic.
I go more 500, but
No, it's not.
you're being lenient.
It's not. It's about 4:30. No, Ben. It's about 4:30. Chicken naked bowl with Mexican brown rice.
You're getting a ball burrito or a Taco Bell?
Barbarita. Mushrooms, slaw, pickled onions, extra onions and peppers, sour cream and cheese.
Have you worked all the calories for these women?
I'm just whimming it.
I'll tell you, go on, read it out.
It's probably about 600.
Oh, it's a bowl.
It's a bowl.
Ah, okay. Poor man's choice again.
I think it's probably about 600.
A burrito is about, with that in, is about 850.
About 600 there.
Terrible choice. I mean, I'm on stir fry, so I can't say much more than that.
You can get a keto protein bowl. That's sad.
Don't you dare mention that on my channel. Say sorry now. Say sorry. Go to that camera and say sorry to the viewers.
Sorry, viewers.
Say I'm sorry for my behaviour.
I'm sorry for my behaviour.
I'll never mention the K word again.
I never mention the K word again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
These two absolute cretins. What did you get? Vegan? Tofu?
No, this isn't chicken.
Did you get chicken?
Yours looks way better than mine. How come I didn't have guac and things?
Well, this is just absolutely minced out on yours, doesn't she?
ask for any of it.
I didn't see it. I thought I could only fit one thing. I fucked up.
What is your usual calories, mate?
Usual.
Or do you not measure? Do you not
I
calculate
don't
them?
actually calculate them, but I think if I did, it would be around 182.
So, I'd say yours isn't that much higher than that, is it? Or wasn't?
So I've been eating like 2,000 to 2,100. But obviously way more on a weekend.
But now you've upped them a little bit, haven't you?
On days where I do do berries and stuff, I'll eat more than that because I'm absolutely knackered and I burn like over 1,000 calories a day on days like that.
On
So I
Barry's
will
days?
just eat more. Or yeah, or just days that my calories on my watch are like over 1,000, I eat.
Yeah, so you don't have energy balance as well.
Yeah. Like, I don't really, because I'm hungry. If I go to, like, I'll be starving on those days. I can feel it, like, I feel weak.
Yeah. I do apologise if you didn't want to be in the vlog. I've just absolutely violated your human rights. Like,
is this my good side as well?
this is your good side, yeah. You got the light, that vitamin D coming in. You got the golden hour. LD. As usual, heated it up with some extra cheese. I'm just going to creep back indoors to my Peasantville stir fry. Good. Ratings out of 10.
Ooh, I'm going to have to go lower than that only because I didn't have all the garnishes, but maybe like...
Yeah, you did definitely minced out on Meg's there. Voila. There is dinner, so just a vegetable stir fry. I always finish off with a bit of salad on top, you know what I'm doing now. It's just, I like the crunch. I like the cold and the meat together in my mouth, just feels good. Then we've got a little bit of Hellman's season, a little pinch of Parmesan cheese, a bit of barbecue sauce. So the other thing that we can have to take away from that conversation is that it depends on the size of the person and the female. Lucy and Meg are two different sizes, they'll have a different calorie intake. Just because they're fucking female doesn't mean that we generalise everyone on the same calorie intake, although they will be pretty similar. The other thing when it comes to anatomy we've got to think about is, I've got a penis, so I obviously don't have a menstrual cycle. Females, when they come into that late luteal phase, can burn to like 20%, up to 20% more calories in those phases. So when it comes to men versus women dieting, that is something that you've got to think about as a female. During that point in the menstrual cycle, where potentially appetite may be heightened for a woman, it may be potentially because you're expending more during that period. Something that as a man, I never had to deal with. I've been YouTubing as well, some basic stuff like men versus women, mainly training. So hopefully this video just goes down quite well. It's essentially just me and Lucy eating for the day, but I thought it'd be better to give a real life example rather than some wacky spiel, because this is what we actually do. And it's good like now because I think Lucy had like the 60 grams of oats in the morning, pretty sure she had a bagel, some rice for tea. As a female, you don't need to avoid carbs, not the Antichrist. Don't be put off by all these K-warriors. Eating carbs is good and going to help you keep energized. So whether you're male or female, keep them in because it tastes good and it's chips in it. So this is about another 400 calories all in all. I usually keep the later meal a little less carby, and then I'll have a full bed snack which will go for later. Me and Lucy again have the same sort of thing, but we won't give that away. Gonna have this, probably watch a podcast, and then, dare I say it, watch Love Island and eat again.
Jelly.
We interrupt this view, and also I have to tell you about the chicken. So this mate, this is muscle food chicken, so it's not injected with all kinds of water to bulk out and make it be heavier. It's just what it's supposed to be, chicken. And because I'm sponsored by Muscle Food, I'm going to tell you about getting this chicken for cheap, because you don't need to pay supermarket prices. You can get 5 kilos, yes 5 kilos of chicken breasts for 28 quid, and you can get money off if you use BENMF, which I'll put in the link in the description for you to check that out, with loads of the deals that are going on this month. Also, the other thing you can get, pancakes. These pancakes, protein pancakes, probably not half eaten because I've just nibbled them, but they are per 2 pancakes, 226 calories and 11 grams of protein, which is a decent snack. So if you don't want a protein bar like I had before, you can just have this. Again, I'll link Muscle Food down in the description. They are sick. They do a lot of prep boxes, non-watery chicken. That tastes good. And it's delivered to your door. This is all stuff that is involved in the evening snack, in the daily yogurt bowl. It's quite ridiculous really, isn't it? It's got to this stage. It started off with just a bit of yogurt, some raspberries and blueberries, and now it's developed into 4 different peanut butters. Obviously my protein, 5 different peanut butters, some almonds, raspberries, apples, sauces, jams, the works. But I'm not going to show you all of it because it's been in previous videos loads of times, so I'm not going to waste your time. And tomorrow I can't be asked filming, so we're going to do this cool thing called, what's it called? It's called transportation.
Transition?
Transition.
Transportation.
Transportation. I'm thinking time travel 3, 2, 1. Here we are. So we've got the daily yogurt bowl, both finishing off the same meal. That's so high, isn't it? You are so high up there. Apologies if it's pitch black, but we've got the daily yogurt bowl with all the ingredients included downstairs. So we're finishing off both at about 450 calories each. What are you finishing off your day on about?
I don't know, probably about 2.6.
Really? You're probably finishing your day higher than mine then. And this is quite a good thing actually, because like I was saying before, with energy balance, it just depends on how much an individual is moving. It doesn't necessarily come down to gender. Although if me and Lucy were to move the exact same amount, I would need to eat more calories just due to my size and build being bigger and me holding more tissue. So I am less efficient at moving the same distance, so therefore I burn more calories. I'm just a big fatty who needs food. Love Island commences. So, enjoy. I've never heard of Mabel ever, you know.
You will again.
Fuck off. I heard this one. I know. Boo.
Do you think it'd feel a bit awkward if like only like 5 of them stood there?
I'm gonna pause this because I'm gonna get cut off for copyright because just music playing on Love Island. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, please hit the like button because it's annoying when you watch it and don't. Please hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. I'll catch you in the next one. What are you waving?
Say bye.
Say bye, viewers.
Bye, viewers.
Corazón. Done finna jump for this shit.